Hey guys, what's up? DarthCJ117 here and welcome back to another FIFA 18 video, and today we're going to be taking a look at some Tottenham ratings for FIFA 18. So of course everything here is just predictions at the moment. There's nothing that's being confirmed 100%, but anyway, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So first of all here we have the sort of defence of the team, starting off with Lloris. He could potentially get a +1 upgrade to 89, but it's probably more likely that he'll stay in 88. With Jan Vertonghen, he should at least be 85, I think. I only put him up to 86 because I think he should be one rating less than Toby Alderweireld, who should be getting up to at least an 87 rating. That's just how class those two centre-backs are. And then we have Dyer, who should definitely be at least an 80. I think 81 is probably a lot better for him, especially as being a centre-back. That should boost the rating up a bit more there too. Next up we have some fullbacks, and we first of all have Ben Davies. Did really well last season when Rose was out injured, should at least be a 79, potentially even an 80. Danny Rose should be an 83, no doubt about it, even though he only played like half of last season, but no doubt this season he will do great once again. We have Vorm, perhaps could get a little bit of an upgrade there, but once again at least an 80, and then Trippier, he did pretty good as well. Perhaps he shouldn't be 80, maybe only a 79 for him and Davies. Next up we have the midfielders, and we have Harry Winks first, the youngster. He did pick up a nasty ankle injury last season, but now he's back, and in pre-season and such, so far he's been very good. I think he should be at least a 75, just so he gets in that gold gap. Potentially he might only be like a 74 or something, but I really do hope that he is a gold. If not, he'll probably get one with winter upgrades. Next we have Dembele and we have Wanyama in the middle. Both of them should be pretty high rated. Dembele getting a +2 to an 84, definitely deserved. That passing has to go up along with the dribbling. Same sort of thing there for Wanyama, up to 83, potentially only an 82, but he's very good, so would definitely deserve it either way. And then we have Kevin Wimmer, who I've given a -1 downgrade here, because whenever he did play, he didn't do very good. And in pre-season, the stats he's got, I think he's cursed or something. Whenever he's on the pitch, we seem to concede, so yeah, not very good going for Wimmer. Next now we have Nkudu here, who could potentially be getting a -1, because he didn't really do much last season, but from what we've seen so far, it looks like he might step it up this season. But either way, it wouldn't change his stats too much there. Heung-min Son definitely deserves a big upgrade. I think he's 79 at the moment, which is just stupid. Should be at least an 82 rated, and well, what a card that will be. We then have Lamella, who was out pretty much all last season with a hip injury. He's back now, so I don't think his rating will go down. I think it'd probably be best just to keep him there at the 81. And then we have Sissoko. Absolutely terrible last season. We're either going to be selling him or loaning him out with an obligation to buy to some Turkish club. So hopefully we can get rid of him, but probably will get downgraded to like a 77 or something. Next now we have the three main men and Janssen. First of all, Dele Alli. I think he should at least be an 85, because the stats that he's getting are just insane. He definitely deserves to be that rating. I mean, with the goals and assists he's getting, he should be higher than 85, but because he's young and such, 85 is definitely good for him. And then we have Harry Kane. I think he should be 88 rated. Potentially he could only be an 87, but he really does deserve the 88 rating, and I reckon 90 shooting for him is already deserved, considering he's been so efficient in front of goal for the past 3 seasons. We then have Janssen, who could potentially be getting a -1 downgrade there. He didn't do too much last season, hopefully he does step it up. And then we have Eriksson, who should be an 87 as well. Regardless of other ratings, he's just insane. Without him, we just don't have that creativity or anything. He's just so important to the team. Next up now, we're going into some younger players. Some of these aren't in the game as of yet, i.e. Alfie Whiteman there. First of all, Josh Onoma, he has now gone out on loan to Aston Villa, so he won't be playing for us next season. But he should be around a 74 rating at the start. Cameron Carter-Vickers going up from a 67 or something, I think he is, to roughly around a 72. And then Kyle Walker-Peters somewhere around a 70 rating there. And Alfie Whiteman, the young goalkeeper, got some decent potential, but he'll probably be only a 59 or some similar rating at the start of this game. Next up here we have 4 more youngsters. Only one of them was on the game this year, being Marcus Edwards, but first we have Anthony Georgiou. I'm not too sure how you pronounce it, but in one preseason game he was the best player on the pitch for both teams. I think it was when we played Roma. So a 64 rating, something similar to that, would probably be good for him. Seems to be really fast, really good on the ball. So yeah. Next we have Marcus Edwards, who did really well last season for the under-18s and such. Should be getting a little bit of an upgrade here. I think it's a +6 or something for him. Big talent. Then we have Sam Sashua. Now this guy looks so promising. 62 rating or something would probably be good for him. Now with these players that aren't in the game already, it's kind of hard to guess what their stats would be, but from what I've seen of him, that's sort of where he will be. Next we have Keziah Sterling, who played one game for the club in the first team against Kitchi FC in Hong Kong last season, and he did pretty good, got himself a goal. He seems to be very promising as well, about a 64 rating there for him. And now here we have 3 more players. We have Tashin Oakley-Booth first, who looks pretty promising, but he's still quite young. I think he's only 16 or 17, so about a 60 rating would be good for him. And then we have Will Miller, I believe it is. He looks kind of promising, but I'm not too sure if he'll get there. But either way, about a 60 rating for him. And then finally here we have Jack Rolls, who only scored like 22 games from like a sort of deepish midfield position last season for the under-23s and the under-18s combined, and he only played about 30 games or something, so that's insane. Those goal to game ratio shouldn't be happening for a midfielder, so hopefully he will end up having a pretty good future ahead of him. So now here we are moving on to some potential transfers. Some of these probably won't happen at all, but some of them might. First of all, we have Ross Barkley, who is looking quite likely to happen, to be honest, in the range of 25 to 30 million pounds. About an 82 rating for him, getting a +1 from last year. We then have Adrian Rabiot, probably not going to happen, but apparently we're linked to him or we're interested or something. I've given him in there a +2 on his card from FIFA 17. And then one that's quite likely, I think, Giovanni Simeone, the son of Atletico Madrid's manager, had a 74 rated card last year. Probably get a bit of an upgrade there to a low rated gold. We then have Mateo Kovacic, of course, of Real Madrid. I think he had an 81 in FIFA 17, so giving him a +1 upgrade there. And then finally Riyad Mahrez, who we've given a -1 downgrade. I don't think it will happen, but we have been linked to him nonetheless. Next up here we have 4 more players to finish off. First of all, we have Juan Foyth, who it seemed like we were going to complete probably like a week or 2 ago, and then PSG came and he's not gone to either club yet, so we could still potentially get him because Poch does like him from what I've heard. But nonetheless, that's him. Then we have Xaniga, he's 25, Argentinian goalkeeper currently at Southampton. Not really too interested in us getting him, to be honest. We then have Vincent Marcel of OGC Nice, and he looks quite promising, to be honest. We'd be able to pick him up fairly cheap as well, so that would be quite good. And then finally, the last player is Jadon Sancho, currently playing for Man City. I think he's 16 or 17 at the moment, and he's been doing very well in the Premier League 2, I think it was, the under-23s, whatever. Scoring lots of goals, getting lots of assists for the Man City team, and apparently he wants to leave, but I think more likely at the moment that he will go to Arsenal over Spurs because like one of his best friends is there. Anyway guys, that is it for the video, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next vid.